Hey everybody. So can we tell that I'm totally feeling the Halloween vibe? I got my little crazy bat bow, pumpkin shirt. I digress. So one of my many favorite things about being a mom is that I get to totally embrace everything festive that are like kids festive. And I get to totally embrace Disney and Pixar movies without apology, which is kind of a great prelude into what I'm going to talk about today. And it's my biggest fear and how I'm going to overcome it, which is going to be really uncomfortable because sharing my fears is one of my fears, right? Let's dive into that a little bit. So why I said that was a really great prelude is because we often make excuses or apologize for the things that we do or enjoy or think that we don't really know if other people are going to accept it or embrace it the same way we do. And it's really interesting. I was listening to this audiobook called Self-Esteem by Carolyn Myss, and it's actually a workshop, but she's got a book as well. And she said while people are working on building a solid self-esteem and really holding their self in esteem, and when they realize what that really takes, a lot of times people will say, no, I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready to be that empowered. Because what happens when we build our self-esteem and we are comfortable and stand in our own self-esteem is that we no longer get to use the excuse, I'm afraid of success, or I'm, afraid of X, Y, and Z. And there's a fear there, and that ties in, I guess, to what my biggest fear is. And it's something that's really been coming to the surface for me because I have my book launch happening in November. I'm recruiting authors for my second book anthology. I have a really big program coming out the first week of November as well. And these are all really big things, and they're these things that cause me to, grow and become a bigger person and step into a bigger idea of myself. And they challenge me to hold myself in higher esteem. And the fear that I come up against is, what happens if I give it my all and I fail? Right? And this is something that's played out a lot for me because I have noticed a pattern with myself in the past where if I was worried that I couldn't guarantee an outcome, or if I really wanted to do something and I was like, that outcome's a little uncertain, I would hold back, whether it be procrastination, doing not quite as much as I could have done, not giving it my very best. But I always left myself space for excuses, for, kind of those get out of jail free cards where it's like, well, I didn't really try my best, so it's okay that I failed. Because the idea that if I tried my best and I failed, that would mean something about me as a person was so terrifying that I just opted not to. You know what? I'm going to do this blind because that ring light reflecting into my eyes is driving me mental. So now I can't see me, so I don't even have to worry about, look at my fun Halloween decals. Anyways, getting back on point. So this is a fear of mine, and it's a big one, and it's one that I have gotten as far as I can recognize it. I know that I do it. I can catch myself doing it. And I'm at the point where I now have to make the choice whether I'm okay with it, whether I'm just going to say, you know what, no, I'm not willing to face that fear, or whether I'm going to face it and accept the outcome, which is I may give it my all and I may fail. And so I'm making the choice to accept it, to not live in the lesser or smaller space that I've been putting myself in. I'm going to give it my all. That's why I'm here right now, right? Because I said I would, do a live today and talk about this. And yes, it is 9:45 at night here in Ontario, Canada. And I just got done CrossFit like an hour and a half ago, and I'm not camera ready and, feeling my best self. But I said I would do it, so I'm here. And that is part of what I'm doing to overcome this fear. And that is showing up anyways, putting myself out there anyways, opening myself up to the potential judgment of others, the potential, negative reactions of others, and putting more value in my self-worth and my self-respect than the respect and opinions and acceptance of others. And that's the thing. When we want to overcome this big fear of, oh, what if I fail? What if I really try? Right? Because then if we want to overcome that, we have to work to get to a point within ourselves where it is more important that we have respect and integrity, like self-respect and integrity, than it is to have the acceptance and approval of others, right? Because at the end of the day, if I give it my all and I land flat on my face and people want to laugh at me and point fingers and, say whatever they want to say, at least I can go to bed at night knowing that I did the very best I could. I didn't hold anything back. And I probably did more and tried harder and risked more than most of the people pointing fingers and laughing would ever do. Because here's the thing. The people making fun of you, or the people who are judging or doing whatever, are likely not willing to take the risks and do the things that you're willing to do. Because the people who are willing to take the risks and are willing to do their very best and are trying to live their best life and go for their big dreams are either proud of you for trying or too effing busy doing their own shit to be judging you, right? So what am I going to do to overcome this? Well, you know what? I'm going to recognize that I'm afraid, right? And I'm going to forgive myself for that fear, right? And I'm going to give myself some grace and say, it's okay. It's okay to be afraid. And it's okay. You're not wrong to be afraid. And then I'm going to figure out what I need to do next, right? The anxiety and stuff, the panic, the fear, oftentimes it comes from looking too far ahead. Like if I were sitting here and looking to the November 22nd start of the New York Times bestseller campaign and ruminating over, is it going to work? What does that accomplish, right? But what I can do right now is show up here. What I can do right now is, send out emails to my email list, is work on my copy, work on, my media kit, get my media kit out to, television shows and radio shows and podcasts and reach out to places to set up book signings. Like, these are the things I can do right now. And to break it down to an even more granular level, what I can do in this moment is make a list of 5 media outlets that I want to reach out to. Make a list of 5 places I would like to hold a book signing. Make a list of 5 people I would like to contact to, write a book review for me, or to, send an email out to all of their friends and family to help with sales. Those are actions I can take right now. I cannot force success in, the New York Times bestseller campaign or the Amazon bestseller campaign. I cannot force success in anything. But recognizing that I can do something now and doing that thing and doing it to the best of my ability, and noticing when the fear kicks in and I want to hold back, and giving myself grace in those moments. That's what I can do about it. So, that's what I have to share for today. Love to hear about some of your fears, because guess what? We love to know we're not alone. But yeah, it's going to be a fun ride, man. And let's be honest, that's what life is. It's not meant to be perfect. It's not meant to be tidy. It's not even meant to be easy. But it can be fun. So, thank you for listening to my not a TED Talk. No, just kidding. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in today. Love to hear your questions, comments, as always. And yeah, buy my book. I'm going to drop the pre-order link either in my stories, in the comments, or whatever platform this is on. It will be there. I love and appreciate your support. And if you're an author looking to be part of a anthology, hit me up. We got 5 more coming out, and I've got some more series ideas. I don't know. It's late. Okay, my words are escaping me now. But yeah, I'd love to hear from you. So thank you. Have a good night. Bye.